There comes a moment in every spiritually awakened woman's life when she begins to sense, quietly, subtly, almost imperceptibly, that something about her is different. Not in a prideful way, not in a boastful way, but in an undeniable, deeply spiritual way. You feel things others don't feel. You see things others overlook. You carry a wisdom, a maturity, a compassion that seems much older than your physical age. And even though you may not fully understand the source of this inner fire, your family has noticed it for far longer than you think. They may never speak openly about it, but their actions, whether intentional or unconscious, reveal that they know you carry a spiritual mantle that sets you apart. Families often recognize a chosen one before the chosen woman recognizes herself. They see the unusual glow. They observe your resilience through storms that would have broken the average person. They witness how people gravitate to you, how blessings follow you, how divine protection shields you, how your presence shifts the atmosphere of an entire room. But instead of celebrating you, many families stay silent, sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of envy, sometimes simply because they cannot understand the weight of your destiny. So today, let me reveal the 9 unmistakable signs that your family knows you are a chosen woman, even if they never say it aloud. 1. They treat you differently without explaining why. Chosen women often notice a strange and deeply spiritual pattern as they evolve. Their families begin to treat them differently, but they never explain the reason behind their behavior. There is no direct conversation, no label placed on this shift. It's just the way things become. They may speak to you with a level of respect that feels almost unusual, like they recognize something powerful in you but struggle to put it into words. Or, on the opposite side, they may interact with you cautiously, like they are handling a spiritual weapon they are not trained to touch. They hold back opinions they freely express to others. They avoid gossiping about you the way they gossip about everyone else, because something inside them tells them there are consequences attached to dishonoring you. They may even keep emotional distance, not out of dislike or rejection, but because your presence, your energy, forces them to confront the parts of themselves they have been hiding from. A chosen woman becomes a spiritual mirror, reflecting truth, growth, and transformation. Families instinctively sense when one member carries a unique anointing, when God's hand is on someone in a way that cannot be denied. They may not verbalize it because they don't fully understand it, but in their actions lies the silent confession: she is not like the rest. She came into this family with a purpose. She carries divine weight we do not carry. And so they approach you with a quiet awareness, honoring you without ever speaking the reason why. 2. They rely on you during their hardest moments. When people are in distress, when they are confused, heartbroken, overwhelmed, or spiritually lost, they instinctively run to the soul that carries light. Your family knows who has the light, even if they pretend not to see it on regular days. Notice how they call you first when life becomes unbearable. Notice how they show up at your door when the world feels like it's collapsing around them. They may ignore your presence when everything is fine, but the moment trouble arrives, you become their first call, their steady voice, their refuge. They seek your advice, your comfort, your spiritual insight, your wisdom that seems to come from a place higher than human experience. You help them breathe again just by speaking. You make chaos settle just by being near. You carry an anointing that cannot be faked, a divine strength that shows up exactly when it is needed. And whether they call it intuition, peace, or just who you are, the truth remains. Your presence brings clarity to confusion and hope to those who feel hopeless. Even if they never say the words aloud, their actions reveal the truth. She carries something divine. They may downplay your influence in times of calm, but in times of crisis, they reveal what they really believe about you. You are the anchor, the healer, the chosen one God placed in the family to protect what others cannot. 3. They get intimidated by your strength and don't know how to handle it. Many families misinterpret the strength of a chosen woman. They see your independence and assume it makes you cold. They see your resilience and mistake it for arrogance. They see your ability to rise after every setback and assume you never feel pain. But what they don't realize is that chosen women were forged through hardship. Their strength is not a costume, it is a survival story. And because they do not understand the depth of what you carry, they become intimidated. Some admire you quietly, watching how you move with dignity even when life tries to break you. Others feel threatened by the fact that you refuse to crumble the way they expect you to. Your confidence reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. Your growth highlights the areas where they remain stagnant. The areas you healed expose the wounds they refuse to address. Your entire existence becomes a reminder of what they could have become if they had chosen courage instead of comfort. And instead of celebrating the warrior you became, they sometimes take distance. Not because you are unlovable, but because they are uncomfortable with their own reflection when standing in the presence of your power. They want your strength but do not understand its cost. They are inspired by your transformation yet afraid of what it reveals within them. Their silence becomes the confession they can't speak. She's different. She's chosen. And we don't fully know how to handle that kind of power. 4. They watch your life more closely than they admit. A chosen woman's life is never lived in the shadows. Even when she thinks she is walking alone, someone is always observing. Your family watches you more closely than they will ever admit. They listen to your every update, even when they pretend they don't care. They analyze your choices, your relationships, your progress. They may ask questions that feel random, but there is intention behind them. Curiosity blended with caution. They want to know how you're moving, what you're manifesting, what you're building. They track your milestones quietly, noticing how you accomplish things others in the family only talk about. They pay attention to your struggles as well, waiting to see if you will break, and amazed every single time you rise again. Because deep down, they know your story will not unfold in an ordinary way. They know you were born with an assignment. They are aware that your life carries purpose that will eventually demand attention from the world. Some watch with pride, anticipating the day your greatness becomes undeniable. Others watch with skepticism, hoping you fail so they feel less inferior. And then there are those who watch because they feel spiritually compelled, even if they don't understand why, but whether their intention is support, envy, or silent admiration. One fact remains. They observe your walk because they sense destiny in every step you take. They know God is writing something extraordinary through you, and they do not want to miss how it unfolds. 5. They expect more from you than from everyone else. Have you noticed how your family places heavier expectations on you than on your siblings or peers? How they assume you can handle more responsibility, more pressure, more emotional weight. They come to you with problems before they consider themselves. They trust you with secrets they would never tell others. They rely on you to lead when everyone else is confused. They demand strength from you even on the days you are barely holding yourself together. And yet they rarely acknowledge how much they depend on your stability. Chosen women are often held to a higher standard, not because the family openly recognizes their greatness, but because they can feel it. They sense your inner wisdom. They notice that your judgment is rooted in truth, not fear. They see that you carry a moral compass that keeps you grounded when others collapse under temptation. They expect you to do the right thing, to be the strong one, to be the one who lifts the family from darkness, because they sense that is part of your divine assignment. Even when you struggle, they still believe you have answers. Even when you are hurting, they still believe you can heal them. This is not fairness. It is a spiritual sign. It reveals that your presence is a source of alignment, that you were born to rise above what others fall into. They may never praise you for it. They may never thank you for the emotional labor you carry, but their expectations are the unspoken proof they see greatness in you, even when they pretend they don't. 6. They come to you for spiritual guidance, without calling it that. Your family may never look you in the eyes and say, "You are spiritually gifted," but their behavior reveals what they cannot speak aloud. They find themselves coming to you whenever something feels off, whenever they have a dream that shakes them, whenever their spirit feels unsettled. They pull you aside and quietly ask what you think it means. Not because you are trained in psychology or theology, but because they know you understand things that others overlook. They ask for your prayers when doctors cannot explain the sickness. They ask for your intuition when decisions feel risky. They ask for your calm words when fear takes over. You have a presence that carries answers, not the kind found in textbooks, but the kind found in divine wisdom. Every time you give them clarity, every time they walk away feeling lighter and more hopeful, they are actually experiencing the spiritual light that flows through you. They trust your discernment, even if they pretend they don't believe in anything spiritual at all. You are the one who sees beyond the surface. You are the one who can sense when something is coming before it arrives. You are the one whose voice has saved them from disasters they never thanked you for. They may brush it off and call it good instincts, but they know deep down there is nothing ordinary about the guidance you give. You hold divine insight, a gift God placed in you long before anyone recognized it. And even if they never name you as the spiritual leader of the family, their actions reveal the truth. You carry a light they depend on. You were chosen not only for yourself, but to help others awaken, even when they pretend they're already awake. They notice you are protected, blessed, or unusually favored. There are women who walk through storms without collapsing. Women who fall into pits and somehow come out with treasure. Women who endure battles that were meant to destroy them, yet rise with more power, more purpose, and more blessings than before. That is you. And your family sees it clearly. They notice how you survive situations that others never recover from. They see how breakthroughs come to you at the exact moment you need them. They wonder how you manage to stand when everything around you falls apart. They may not admit it aloud, but your resilience leaves them speechless. Because every time life tries to break you, God steps in and uses the attack as the very thing that elevates you. They watch your blessings multiply in ways that make no logical sense. They see opportunities show up in your path like divine appointments. They notice that even when someone plots against you, the plan flips in your favor. They see the glow in your eyes after you overcome another battle, a glow that declares, "I am protected." And that glow makes them realize something supernatural is covering your life. You are not lucky, you are chosen. Your life is proof that divine favor is real, that God shields who He selects. Even if they never talk about it, your family is fully aware that there is a hedge around you, a shield they do not possess. They may envy it, admire it, or fear it, but they can't deny it. They see God's hand over your destiny, guiding you, elevating you, and protecting you from every force that tries to rise against you. They get uncomfortable when you talk about your purpose. Chosen women speak differently. You do not waste words on small gossip or meaningless chatter. You speak about destiny, healing, spiritual awakening, and becoming who you were created to be. But when you speak this kind of language, the language of expansion and calling, some family members become visibly uncomfortable. They look away, they mock you gently, they switch the topic, they laugh as if your dreams are unrealistic fantasies, but their reaction has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Your purpose reveals where they have settled. Your courage exposes the fear they've been hiding from. Your vision reminds them of the potential they abandoned long ago. So instead of celebrating you, they minimize you. Instead of encouraging you, they give you silence. Why? Because it is easier for them to pretend purpose does not exist than to admit that you have found yours and they have not. Your words stir something powerful inside them, a voice they have silenced for years. And rather than awakening, they retreat into comfort. But here's the truth: chosen women will always make people uncomfortable before they make them inspired. Your presence disrupts complacency. Your purpose commands movement. So don't misinterpret their discomfort as disrespect or doubt. It is simply the evidence that God is elevating you to places their spirit is not yet ready to go. 9. They treat you with both admiration and jealousy simultaneously. The life of a chosen woman is a mix of honor and hidden envy, especially within the family, because the same relatives who admire your strength also feel threatened by it. They love your ambition but resent how high it carries you. They praise your blessings but question why they weren't chosen to receive the same. Their feelings towards you are not simple because you are not simple. You embody everything they respect and everything they fear. They see how you move with confidence and grace through challenges that would break them. They see how your authenticity gives you influence without trying. They see how your heart remains pure even after betrayal. And this duality creates an interesting tension. They want to stand close to you, yet they secretly wonder how life would feel if they were the chosen one instead. They never express the admiration fully because they don't want to feed your greatness. And they never express the jealousy clearly because they don't want to admit their insecurities. So they behave in contradictions, supporting you one day, acting distant the next, complimenting you publicly but questioning you privately, loving you deeply but struggling with how high God seems to be raising you. And so you feel the energy constantly shifting around you. The truth is, They already know who you are. They may never name it, they may never congratulate it, but their behavior reveals their inner knowing she is chosen. She is destined, and nothing we do can stop the calling on her life. The tension you feel is not confusion, it is spiritual recognition. This is the Woman of Light channel. If these signs resonated with you, it is not by accident. You did not stumble on this message randomly. You were guided here. Someone needed this confirmation at the exact moment their spirit was searching for clarity. Before you go, make sure you subscribe for more messages like this. And if you received this at the perfect time, type 1111 in the comment section for divine blessings and alignment in your life. Thank you for watching.